if you happen to be watching YouTube and you're on the other end of the world, keep in mind that we start at 7 o'clock Pacific Daylight Savings Time. So you might be in outer Mongolia. As long as you get your time straight, you could call us and be live on air. Or you could go to www.pahrumphfilmfestival.org, and this show will be on that site starting next Wednesday. And when you go onto that site and you click on LD's Front Porch in the upper left, the next thing that happens after that screen quits shaking and vibrating is you got a picture of Old Ugly. You'll be looking right at Old Ugly, and to the right of that picture of Old Ugly, there are 4 shows listed. So you could actually have a afternoon marathon. You could sit there in front of that TV, plugged into that old computer, and you could watch 4 solid hours of me. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to save a lot of money. You do not have to buy sleep aids if you keep my show handy, because I try and listen to it every week to see if I can do anything to improve it. And I have to be honest with you folks, I have to listen to it 3 to 4 times before I get all of it, because within 15 minutes of starting to listen to my own show, I am sound asleep. And I usually wake up when the computer makes some strange noises having to do with the fact that the show is over. So then you recalibrate and you kind of start over, and it's kind of hard to manipulate through that. That advancing thing in that computer is really sensitive. But anyway, I have to listen to it 3-4 times before I finally hear the whole show. So I would hope you ain't going to go to sleep on it, but my guess is you're going to. It don't matter if you ate a big meal. It don't matter if you're starving. You start listening to Old Ugly on that computer, and you're going to be sound asleep 15 minutes flat, and I can guarantee that, folks. I will guarantee that. We have another phone number, and that is 775-513-8028. That is my personal cell laying here on the table, and we can either talk on it or you can text on it. That's your choice. And then I could send you another place, and that would be www.Lazy Dog's Front Porch, spelled LAZEDOGS, Front Porch, all one string, all small caps, at gmail.com. So we got all kinds of options here, folks. You can let your fingers do your walking. You can confuse yourself, and we got a lot of ways to go. And my brain is not working good today, I have to tell you. But for quite some time, I've been opening the show with something I call Stupid Is. I want to tell you, I am really pretty good at almost everything I decide to do, and stupid is one of them. I will guarantee you, when it comes to being stupid, I am better than 99.9% of the people in this entire world. I have a guardian angel. I think my dearly departed is still working hard trying to keep my butt out of a sling. And I'll guarantee you she has been so busy lately that I think her feathers is getting plumb raggedy on them wings. Having to chase me around this valley. And a couple weeks ago, I was backing my tractor down the driveway, and all of a sudden, she must have got between my tractor and the car. But all of a sudden, something startled me, and I slammed on the binders, and I only had 6 more feet to go. And that tractor would have went into the back of her car, and it would have got shoved into the shed I've been working on, which would have got shoved into the garage door. This week, my big screw-up was I figured out I had not paid my second quarter property taxes. They were due on the 4th, or 3rd, one of them, 3rd, I guess. Anyway, you got a 10-day grace period, and then they hit you with a penalty. Well, I just happened to think about it on the morning of the 10th day. It felt like somebody slapped me up alongside the head. I have a hunch that was the guardian angel. Bopped me up alongside the head and said, "Hey, stupid." So after I recovered from that slight injury, by the way, feathers can hurt, especially them imaginary ones. After I recovered from that and I dug out them tax bills, and lo and behold, I think I need to drive up there. Normally I pay the whole year because I know in advance I'm not going to be able to remember the quarterly ones. I got too much on my feeble mind. So I didn't pay the whole year because money was a little snug when they came due beginning August, because I had just bought a house and a piece of land. And I'm here to tell you folks, anytime you take 40 grand out of your checkbook, if your checkbook isn't seriously ill at that time, then you got way too much money, and I don't want to be talking to you no more. I'm here to tell you that I think my checkbook had thrombosis, or whatever that word is. But anyway, so I kind of cogitated a bit, and I decided, got a couple of checking accounts, and I decided between the two of them I had enough cash. I'd go up and pay the rest of that annual property tax. You know, it's only money, folks. In this case, it was $1,233, and I know you people on the East Coast are saying, well, that's nothing, because they're paying $8,000, $9,000, and $10,000. And they probably got a postage stamp size yard with a postage stamp size house. But we're in the big old world out here. So anyway, I do stupid awful well. Coming back from the county treasurer, and I pulled up the intersection, and there was a little Honda Element in front of me. And I sat back there about 10 feet. And then I got my mind on them taxes, and I looked over, grabbed them taxes laying on the seat, and picked them up and went to looking at them. Well, I guess once I got distracted, I guess my foot relaxed on the brake pedal, and I didn't sense any movement whatsoever in my pickup, but obviously it was moving, because when that guardian angel bopped me up alongside the head again, and I looked up and stomped on the brake pedal at the same instant, there was 1 valuable inch of free air between my grill and the back end of that Honda Element. And that Honda Element was being driven by an old geezer. And I can just imagine if I had so much as bumped him, we'd still be sitting at that intersection talking to them strange guys running around in them suits and got them big old guns and driving them cars with them bubblegum machines on top. We'd have probably been sitting there for hours and hours and hours. And undoubtedly, since I'd have been at fault, I'd have had a giant piece of paper. And I'd have had to call Anthony, because I'd have been over there in the corruption center, and I'd have been looking for some kind of help. Well, like I said, my guardian angel is plumb tired. There is no doubt in my mind that girl is just wore out. Well, I appreciate the fact that I got one. I guess I can probably turn the page. That was everything on that page. Ain't nothing of intelligence on the next page either. Hate to tell you people that. Oh, my Lord. You know, what I don't understand here, Anthony, I got 2 phone numbers out there, and I guess I got everybody speechless.
Maybe.
Maybe old Louis the Lip got in the rum bottle again, you think?
I don't know about that. He might be just playing a little Texas Hold'em.
I thought that was Thursday night.
I have no idea. I don't don't keep track of that stuff.
Yeah.
All the time, keep track of myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a break. We got a little thing that gets put out in the restaurants around here called table trivia. If you got enough money to buy an ad in this thing, and you own a restaurant, eventually your restaurant name will come up on the headline, and you'll feel all important to your customers. But they have some good humor in there, and so I pick them up. I kind of type them out of the restaurant with the blessing of the restaurant owner, by the way. And I get kind of a kick out of that. Here's a little blurb in this one that says, "Cows and calves never bred. Also one gay bull for sale." Now, I'm here to tell you folks, if you don't see some humor there, you are deaf, dumb, and dumber and stupider than I am. And I told you, I'm 99.9%. Free puppies. Half Cocker Spaniel, half sneaky neighbor's dog. Free puppies. Part German Shepherd, part stupid dog. German Shepherd, 85 pounds, neutered, speaks German, free. I never heard a dog speak German, but then I haven't heard one speak in English either. Found dirty white dog, looks like a rat, been out a while, better be a reward. These are actual classifieds out of newspapers that somebody's gathered up. The next one is interesting. A 1-man, 7-woman hot tub, $850 or offer. Now, I'd just like to know what determines that that's a 1-man, 7-woman hot tub.
Maybe it comes with photos.
Well, whoa, you mean
photos are extra.
Yeah, the little mannequin things, you mean?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Anyway, I can see why, and it doesn't say who's selling this, but if a man is selling this, I can see why he would be selling it. Because if that hot tub held 7 women, I guarantee you that poor guy has got more trouble than he can possibly handle in any day made up of something less than 36 hours. And for all you kids listening in, days don't have 36 hours, do they? What do they have? They have 24. But some of your school days seem like 36, don't they? Snowblower for sale, only used on snowy days. Why would you not use it on the 4th of July? I don't understand this. I think if you had a snowblower running and you aimed a fired off Roman candle at that thing, it'd be pretty exciting. Or throw a whole handful of them lit lady fingers in there and let that snowblower just launch them things around. I'm going to give some kids some ideas here. I was a kid once. It was last week. Last week I entered my 4th childhood. Nordic track, $300 hardly used, called Chubby. Good Lord, I can understand that one. I'll tell you what, Anthony hasn't complained yet, but he's going to start bitching at me. He wants to go to a break. So we probably ought to do that. Anthony, fire things up. Let's go to a break.
The White Mary Show.